Live from WTVO 17 and your home team, Eyewitness News at 10 starts now.
A pedestrian is dead in what police are calling a tragic accident involving a South Beloit police car. The chief of police provides the details as the sheriff's office investigates. A shooting on Rockford's east side leaves one man dead and at least 2 others hurt. Police look into what led up to the deadly shooting. A Stateline car show brings vehicle enthusiasts together for a good cause, the cause they're supporting this weekend. Good evening, I'm Hannah Zettel. Thanks for joining us tonight. A Rockford man is dead after getting hit by a South Beloit police squad car overnight. It happened around 2:30 this morning. Police say a patrol officer was driving on Black Hawk Boulevard near Whitemore Street when his squad car hit a man who was walking in the road. The officer began life-saving measures before the victim was taken to a Rockford hospital where he later died. The officer has been placed on paid administrative leave as the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office investigates the accident. South Beloit Police Chief Adam Truman issuing this statement today, quote, "Right now, this appears to be a tragic accident, but we need to let the investigation run its course before making any definitive conclusions. Investigators with the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office have our full support and assistance as they continue their work to determine all the facts surrounding the incident. Our thoughts today are with the family members of the victim and with our officer who is very distraught and shaken over this incident." A man is dead and 2 others are clinging to life after an overnight shooting. Rockford police responded to 10th Street between Broadway and 12th at around 11 last night. It was there they found 4 people with gunshot wounds. Officers later announced that a 19-year-old man died from his injuries. 2 men are being treated for serious gunshot wounds, but they are expected to survive. Rockford police are investigating a shooting scene on Rockford's south side. Authorities say 1 man was taken to the hospital with gunshot wounds after the car he was in was shot at several times on 15th Avenue near Black Hawk Park. The victim is expected to be okay. RPD is also looking into a shooting on Webster Avenue near Preston Street. A tweet posted by RPD officials stated a call for shots fired came in just after 7 tonight. When police arrived, they noticed 2 structures and a car had been struck by bullets. However, no one was hurt in the incident. Officers have not announced any arrests related to the shootings. Anyone with information on any of these incidents is urged to contact police. A woman is dead after an apartment fire near Rockford's downtown. It happened just before noon today at 616 Market Street, not far from the intersection of 3rd Street. Fire crews found smoke coming from the window of a first-floor unit. Once inside, firefighters discovered a small fire in a bedroom and an unconscious woman. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Firefighters were able to revive a house cat on scene. No word yet on what started the fire. After another Rockford City Market ended in arrests, police are announcing the identities of those arrested and the charges they are facing. 4 people were arrested on Friday after police say protesters began to be disruptive and block traffic. Willa Morgan, Ross Wagner, Jalen Butler, and Andrew Earhart were all handcuffed at the event. Charges include obstructing, resisting arrest, and mob action. Their court date is set for tomorrow. Cars for a cause. That's the message behind one Stateline event bringing vehicle enthusiasts together this weekend to support kids in need. Our Michelle Rave was there and she fills us in on the nuts and bolts.
It's the 4th annual Cars for Casa event where local car enthusiasts gather together to share the love of cars and support a good cause.
Cars and motorcycles of all shapes, sizes, and styles hit Buchanan Street in Belvedere.
We have anything from a Model T Speedster to a brand new Corvette C8 here, so everything in between.
I'm glad we're being able to do things like this. You know, it has been a pretty slow year as far as getting out and socializing and stuff, so any little chance we get, we try to.
Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, many people participated in the Boone County Casa Car Show, with all proceeds supporting local children in need. Organizer Derek Prado says it was the highest turnout yet.
65, 75 at least, so it was a big jump from last year.
For Larry Wagner, it's a fun day to show his 1964 Corvette, a car he's dedicated significant time to restore.
Working on it since 2000 and did a couple thousand hours of restoration on it. And so I finally got it going about 6 years ago. And so just enjoying it after I retired. So, yep.
And 20-year car show veteran Chuck Yaris takes pride in his 1965 Chevrolet Corvair convertible.
I've had a passion for these cars ever since I was a kid, because I had one when I was a kid, and I've had a couple since then.
Yaris says it's always great to walk around and meet others with a shared interest.
One, to see all the classic cars and the beauty of cars. You know, there is an art to the vehicles back in the 50s and 60s that you really don't see anymore in the new cars, and that's a nice thing I enjoy, is just seeing all the variety of cars and styles.
Reporting in Belvedere for your home team, I'm Michelle Rave.
With sports seasons canceled, postponed, or shortened for many school districts, athletes say extra conditioning is more important than ever. One sports outreach coordinator with OSF Healthcare recommends kids utilize social media workouts. Videos featuring footwork drills, core and body weight exercises help athletes remain competitive for when sports resume.
If you're able to take the initiative and just put a little bit of work in, it may not seem like much, but at least you're doing something. And if you're not doing anything, there's going to be another kid that is, and they're going to get better than you. So it's always nice to stay active and keep on working.
Darko suggests student athletes have parents' permission before searching for workout videos online. It's a lovely day for a birthday party. Happy 104th birthday to Vera Peterson in Freeport. Her friends and family celebrated the milestone with a socially distant drive-by parade outside her home at Wynn Prairie. The birthday girl has learned a lot over the last century. Peterson says the key to a long life is a positive attitude. The eve of the Republican convention in Charlotte, the Trump administration is reacting to tapes secretly recorded by President Trump's niece, Mary Trump, and obtained by the Washington Post, in which the president's sister can allegedly be heard criticizing him. Here's ABC's Alex Prechet with the details.
In audio obtained by the Washington Post, President Trump's sister, Maryanne Trump Barry, allegedly says the president cannot be trusted, that her brother has no principles, none.
The change of stories, the lack of preparation, the lying, the holy what they're doing with the kids at the border.
Describing him as a phony and a liar who only cares about himself.
Donald's out for Donald, period.
At another point saying, it's the phoniness and this cruelty. Donald is cruel. Barry, a retired federal judge and the eldest sister of the president, has never spoken out publicly against her brother and did not respond to ABC News' request for comment. In a statement to ABC News, President Trump responding saying, in part, every day it's something else. Who cares? I'll continue to work hard for the American people. The reported 15 hours of conversation have not been verified by ABC News. The Post reports it was secretly recorded in 2018 and 2019 by the president's niece, Mary Trump, who recently published a book about President Trump. In a statement, a spokesperson for Mary Trump says she felt it prudent to tape conversations in order to protect herself, anticipating litigation over a family inheritance dispute. At a White House briefing, President Trump looking to shift the focus to the coronavirus pandemic, announcing the FDA's emergency use authorization for convalescent plasma.
Based on the science and the data, the FDA has made the independent determination that the treatment is safe and very effective.
We saw about a 35% better survival in the patients who benefited most from the treatment. This is a major advance in the treatment of patients.
The president's 2020 rivals, former Vice President Joe Biden and his running mate Kamala Harris, sat down with ABC's Robin Roberts and David Muir for their first joint interview since accepting the Democratic nomination.
Did you feel pressure to select a black woman?
The government should look like the people, look like the country. 51% of the people in this country are women.
That interview airing tonight on ABC in a 2020 special on the eve of the Republican National Convention, which kicks off Monday in Charlotte, North Carolina, with a combination of in-person and online events.
Now, your first warned forecast with Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Pretty quiet for us out there this evening. A live look with our Mercial Skytrack camera now over downtown Rockford. Temperatures are still pretty mild as we hang on to a clear sky. Down to 73 degrees in Dixon, 71 in Belvedere, 76 here in Rockford, 69 in both Rochelle and Freeport, and we're at 72 right now in Janesville. Had an area of low pressure actually pass through earlier today. That's why we had some of those clouds kind of build up for us this afternoon. There were some thunderstorms that developed with some heavy rainfall and even a couple severe thunderstorm warnings, but out towards Chicago and down to the south. Our skies have now dried out since that, and our skies will stay dry and clear as we go through the overnight tonight. This could lead to some fog heading into the morning hours tomorrow in some of the outlying areas before the sun comes up. You might see some dense fog in a few spots, so that would be our one hazard we have to kind of keep an eye on for tomorrow morning. But a pretty uneventful day tomorrow, very similar to today. Mostly sunny skies, just a couple of clouds popping up for the afternoon, and we stay dry. There is a system though with a cold front that'll move closer to us Monday evening and Monday night. There you see a couple of showers and a few thunderstorms moving into southwest Wisconsin. This is about 9-10 o'clock tomorrow evening. That is a cold front, kind of works into southern Wisconsin during the evening hours tomorrow. That could actually help provide us with a few passing showers and some thunderstorms overnight Monday into very early Tuesday. It would be pretty isolated if we were to see that, but that would be our first chance for some areas to get in on a little bit of rainfall. That boundary might hang out for a little bit on Tuesday and then lift back north by Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening, which will help continue those temperatures to warm. In fact, we made it up to 91 degrees today. We'll be near 91 tomorrow. If we do not see any kind of residual cloud cover and a thunderstorm or two Tuesday afternoon, we're back into the low 90s on Tuesday. Wednesday will likely be our hottest day with temperatures in the mid 90s and then even hanging on to the low 90s as we head towards Thursday. Cold front coming in might actually bring those temperatures down by the end of the week. Now, not only are we going to be dealing with the heat, but you might also notice a little more haze in the sky the next couple of days, and that's because of the smoke from the wildfires out west from California out into Colorado. Actually, our jet stream going to position itself a little more where we get more of a west to east wind, which will bring some of that smoke in our direction, which could come as early as tomorrow. So you may notice a little bit more haze, more vibrant in the sunrise and sunsets locally as the days to come as well. Our focus too in the next couple of days, looking a little bit to the south, actually Hurricane Marco, now a tropical storm, both Tropical Storm Marco as well as Laura in the Gulf, moving towards the Gulf, I should say, and impacting the Gulf states here within the next couple of days. Marco expected to make landfall, likely as a tropical storm along the Louisiana coastline as we head towards the afternoon and evening hours tomorrow and then move out towards Texas. Laura actually forecast to strengthen, could be a Category 2 hurricane as it makes landfall later this week. Now, some of that moisture does get tugged northward, but right now might actually bypass us to the south as a cold front works in and helps to push it to the south and to the east. So down to 68 degrees for us tonight. Tomorrow we are back up near 71. We will stay in the low to mid 90s, or I should say 91, low to mid 90s for the middle to end of the week, but 80s possibly by the weekend.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with Samantha Rivera.
Oh, Fred VanVleet and the Raptors were looking to complete a first-round sweep over the Nets in Game 4 because, in the words of VanVleet, the purpose of going 3-0 is so you can go 4-0. So let's go to the third quarter here. Toronto up by 10. Norman Powell will throw down the one-handed slam. He finished with 29 points. Later, Fred VanVleet splashes for 3. He finished with 9 points in the game. Raptors go on to win 150-121, so they will face the Celtics in the Eastern Conference semifinals. What a weekend it's been for White Sox and Cubs fans. They wrapped up their 3-game series today with the White Sox looking for a sweep over the Cubs and their 8th straight win. So let's see if they could do it. Of course, we have to start with Jose Abreu. This guy has been on fire this weekend. In the top of the second, he homers to left center. And even Yu Darvish has to laugh a little here. Abreu's 6th home run in this series. White Sox take a 1-0 lead. Look at this, guys. Bottom of the 6th. Kyle Schwarber with a 2-run home run. Javier Valle scores, so the Cubs take a 2-1 lead, and that is how it ends. Cubs win it 2-1. We've all seen and heard about the Bears' safety precautions around COVID-19. Even then, we still know anything can happen. But when we found out the team had 9 test results that came back positive, well, even I was a little surprised. But as it turns out, they were all false positives. Out of an abundance of caution, though, the Bears ended up moving Sunday morning's practice to the afternoon. They explained in a statement on Sunday. Head coach Matt Nagy says he found out about the positive results Sunday morning. He alerted those who tested positive before being retested and receiving negative results. They weren't the only team this happened to, though. In another statement, the NFL said several COVID-19 test results came back positive from the clubs using the same laboratory in New Jersey. They're working with their testing partner by reference to investigate the results, while clubs try to confirm or rule out the positives.
We actually had a Zoom call. I gave about a 15-minute warning, and we had 140 people on a Zoom call this morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we were able to talk through what our timeline is going to be today. They adjusted on the run. I've been having one-on-one conversations with players on the team that have any questions and concerns, all completely open, all completely honest. We're in this thing together. We're a family, and, just everybody wants to know where things are at, and that's all we can do is give them what we know.
And well, now we've come to the hard part of the night where I tell you guys this is my last night here at WTVO WQRF. I want to thank everybody watching for having me inside your homes every night, letting me talk sports with you, and allowing me to live out my dream every day. Thank you to Alex and Scott for giving me the opportunity to cover my hometown teams. I went from never being able to afford tickets to a Bears game to going to Soldier Field and Hallis Hall to cover the team. Oh no, it was mind-blowing. Y lo hice en español también, como Latina. You guys don't know how much that meant to me to be able to do that. I've had the privilege of covering not just that, but an NBA champion. I am Fred VanVleet's fan for life. And not to mention all the high school teams we got to cover at State. I've truly had the time of my life here in the Stateline. Thank you to all the coaches, the athletes, the athletic directors, and parents of the incredible athletes here for trusting me to tell your stories and for making the Stateline feel like a second home, truly. I'm going to miss my coworkers like crazy. They already know that. And as for what's next, stay tuned. You can, of course, follow me on social media to find out where I'm headed to next in this crazy sports broadcasting journey. It's never goodbye, right? So I'll see you later, Stateline. We'll be right back.
We'll see a few areas of fog as we head into the overnight tonight for the start of our Monday. 90-degree temperatures for the next several days. A little in the way of rainfall by the end of the week.
Please be sure to wash your hands. We'll see you back here tomorrow.